for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Another pistol look here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. Cuts back right. Cuts back left sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. They'll try and throw for it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Detroit! Watching now, Barney! Let's go!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Here we go! Leopard!
And they're definitely showing blitz here. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 23 yards on the play.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Now let's go! Blue landing! Good! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, Those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. And he'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll give it to him right up the gut. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Second down following the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Well, they gave it a shot. Quarterback sneak. Not able to get it.
No, but if you're going to call a QB sneak on 3rd down, you draw it up to get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe they were thinking 4-down territory.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. He'll go with a keeper. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll run it here. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. So still 7 yards to go here on 3rd down. It's 3rd and goal. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep them out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field to start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now. Back it up, Philly.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even...
Touchdown, Cardinals! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's a pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. They go back to the air here after the INT. And his throw here is incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning, and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Cards, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.